Simple video. I'm going straight. I'm at 6. If I go all the way straight to the other side, I'm at 12. Why is that? 6, okay, 9 on the clock is left. Why am I at 12? Because I'm not making a left-hand turn to go to 9 o'clock. I'm not making a right-hand turn to go to 3 o'clock. So I double up on where I am, almost like mirroring the images. 6 goes to 12. 1 and 2, 3. On to the other side. Every time you go through something, you're going 6 through 12, and you're at 6 again until you go through something. It's just like that. A tumbler turns, okay? The minute the tumbler turns, whoop, it's on this side. Look at my hands. But whoop, do you follow me? As the tumbler turns, but it doesn't matter which hand's on this side. My car's on this side, back it up. 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 And just keep backing up. So that's 6 going through 12. If you're coming from the east, going to the west, would it still be 6 going through 12, or 3 would go to 9? So if 6 goes to 12, you double up going north-south, but going east-west, you triple up. That's the way that marking is. The second thing I want to talk about is this. In French, this is the head, tête, but E-T-E, okay, is actually saying summer. Tête bitch, okay, bitch is actually beach, B-I-C-H, or bichon of some sort of that name. It's French for a female moose. Ray, a drop of golden sun. So in the song Do Re Mi, it's talking about where it's going. They're in the sky. They're on a red-nosed reindeer. Okay, red-nosed reindeer's a completely other story. They said, hey, guys, let's make up a story about a reindeer. Well, what is a reindeer? A and I, artificial intelligence, angel heaven. N is the transfer from one side to the other side. What am I doing? This is the N letter. This is the Z letter. Side to side, I'm pulling apart. The Z letter, up and down. The difference is I have this instrument. Now, when I pull, see the Z letter? Right? I have to do the Z this way, right? I can't turn my hands around. So this is Z. I wish I had a better, yeah, that's better. This is better for Z. I can't get my arms right. I'd have to lower the camera a little bit. Hold on. So this is my Z, right? And then for N, how would I do the N? This is my N. No, the N has to be here like this. This is my N like this. So when it moves like this. That's the way the N would be, right? And the Z, okay, the Z would be, the Z would have my hand hanging off this way. I know it seems a little silly and I can't get these props together. Well, what if we use this way, the slide, right? Here's the slide on the end. One is up here, okay, right? This is the N, right? You notice the way the leg is above and below? Why don't we put it at our elbow and put the other one over here? And we can't put it at our elbow. We can't. Can I put it at my elbow? Let me try this over here. Putting this at my elbow. That would be my N. Well, I'd have to be this big, right? Because we don't want it to go any higher than the stick. And then it would be like this. So that would be my N letter, okay? So when we do our N letter, that's the way we would be pulling it. So if we pull the N letter, forget about this. I'm going to have to build something. Let me build something. Okay, let me build this over here. I'm going to put something together, see if we can build this, all right? Put this over here, and we're going to get this one over here. Let's build this up and see how it works out. All of a sudden, from just someone who came up with an idea, I'm now building things. So now let's see how this works. So now if this was the transfer of the Z letter, and this would be the, let me see. We're going to have to use 3 pencils for this. Let me try with 3 pencils. This tape is so sticky, I'm going to just want to throw it out after. So yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay. So this is, oh, now it's stuck to my paper. Okay, there. Now we have, there we go. Here we have N. Okay. Now you see this area piece over here? Although the stick runs all the way from here to here, I lose this area, and I lose both these pieces of area. Even if the 6 is 6 inches long, they must overlap in order to touch. Otherwise, I need a link. So this is the N, and this is the Z. When they move, here's when they go up and down. Here's the slide, here's up and down, and here's over. I can't go any more than this. I can't. I just can't because it just doesn't work. So, or it's like this. Now this way, okay, is actually part of the tic-tac-toe board. What's happening in tic-tac-toe? Where am I in tic-tac-toe? I had to raise the stick in order to get up over here. Unless this stick raises on its own. And this one stays in the same place. I'm just questioning myself. I don't know if I want to upload this video yet. You follow what I'm saying? It's stuck down here at the end. But what? What happens if this can drop all the way to here? And then the end would be this. Would that be possible? Would that be possible? What would be happening? Now I'd be, instead of being up here as N, excuse me, instead of being up here as my N, now this N turns all the way around, and boom, now it's running down 9th Street. So I'm just trying to think. What if it went over here and went this way? So I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to think. So anyways, let's get back onto this. Female moose. Bitch, okay? When we're flipping quarters, the tail of the quarter, or the tail of any coin, is always called the bitch. The bitch is known as the queen, known as the queen's tail. It is not the head, it is the tail. So now we have to understand that the queen is the tail to everything. So that means the creation of what the queen does, or the stinger, is the question of what she does inside her nest. So I'm asking myself, moose, female moose, flying in the sky, 00. Alternate current, inside O and O, or the moon. Because when you put these O and O together, it makes a ring and it makes two sides to it. Because that's the way it is. That's what O does. Then S and E. A and I, and E. A, E, and I. 1, 9, and 5. 1, 9, and 5 is that S. S is equivalent in letters to the same thing as the crossover in the N and the Z. So NZ, the S brings it in. And it also designs it in the shape. And I'm going to show you this. Designs it in the shape. Here's your S, here's your Z. Now, this crossover on this, okay, is 7, 5, and 3. The other crossover is 9, 5, and 1. The crossover for 9, 5, and 1 in this, okay, is the Z. 7 over to 9, down through this, over to 3. When it's the end, it's from 1 up to 7 through 5 over. So in this, in the calculator part, right? Calculator, the C world. Telephone, the T world. T and C. Okay, tender loving care if you want. I'm fooling around with words. We go 1 to 7, down to 3, and up to 9. So we're grabbing 4, 5, and 6 inside of us. Otherwise, we're going 7 to 9, 5 over to 1 over the 3. 7 over 9, we're grabbing 8. We're grabbing 5 and 2. One world, we're grabbing these 3, east, west. The other one, we're grabbing north, south. In both ways, they're 15. 2 and 8, 10. 4 and 6, 10. 4, 6, 10 times the multiplied. 24 equals to 34. 8, 2 equals to 16. Plus 10 equals to 26. The difference is 8. They both get the beaver, above and below, side to side. Left side, right side. So these are numerological calculations. To what scenario, I'm not sure. Give me something to calculate. I'll tell you what numbers it goes with. I'll find what numbers those goes through with it in the science that you're in. If I don't have your science, and I'm only working in a global and doing only the equation, that's all I'm really working with. So remember, doe, a deer, a female deer. So doe, a deer, a female deer. What kind of doe is it? OU is where is it at? OUGH, it's in God's heaven. Doe, a deer. D is for the delta angle. Doe, a deer, a female deer. That is the F letter, E and F, 5, 6, 11 creation of the IT system of the sun. Doe, a deer, a female deer. Ray, angel resident. The AY, okay, is 2, 5. 1, 2, 5, memory from Mars into Earth. Ray, a drop of golden sun. The delta angel spirit. This says deer again. Inside DR, it's deer. And it is the third world, THIRD. OP, okay, is the half world of light. 15, alternate current of 66, 2 sides. Golden sun. Goal, the goal in the sun, or the passage in the sun, because the net is in the sun. Net, dot to net, inside. Den is also D and T are exchanged in the misunderstanding of the words and letters inside 10, or letter and letter. Inside the sun, artificial intelligence. Inside 1 and 2. This 1 and 2 is representing what comes from 1 and 2? 1 to the power of what? This is in the third, 3 by 7, so you're at the gateway. Depends what you can do or divide this with. 3 by 7, 1 and 2. That means 3, 1, 3. So you're into the DC world. Now, how do we create 7 with this? Or how do we create 4? Well, this is 21. Let's have 31. We'll create, is that right? This is 21. Let's have 23. The BC world, breaking and entering. The 11 world, 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 is the same thing as 1 times 5, 1 plus 5. Inside the sun. So when we're singing all these songs, we're just saying, hey, let's go in and accept this matrix world where nothing is real. And when you think science is not magic, let me tell you one thing about this world. It is more magical than you would ever even think of, because you would never imagine that I can just say, I want to go up and all of a sudden rise. Because somebody on the other side decided, okay, to flinch the system and push the wrong button, and I floated into the sky. The elements keep us onto the ground, but if the elements go out of range, a lot of different things will happen that science will never be able to explain. Because this is just like, can you explain things that happen on Mario? When you watch all games, Nintendo games or video games, and weird things happen saying, how does he break the wall with his stick? And how does Dr. Mario swim underneath the water? Because it was made to be that way. The same way our world was made to be the way it is. And our bodies only exist the way it is. Have you ever saw a machine? Something's wrong, but when you speak to a computer person and he says, how does Dr. Mario work? He goes, he says, you move this molecule and that molecule and this one. He goes to the other side. He don't need to breathe. All you got to know is know the system. So if you know your system, you can control. Peace of mind. You really have to grasp that nothing really exists and we're here for no reason at all and it all means nothing. You have to give it a meaning and an understanding because existence is beautiful. Existence is beautiful because I like it. And since I like it, I want to exist. And what do I want to exist for? So I can exist because I'm having fun because we have in the element to have fun. Otherwise, I'd be Metatron. I'd be a robotic. And I want to save the people who are suffering because we know what suffering is all about. It's all about the non-existence where everything goes away. And if everything went away, let's just get rid of it all. But we don't. Because we understand what it took to be, and it's great to be in some sort of control because we built this system. We built this system over nature. It's stronger and not as strong as nature itself. Because the minute nature would go away and the elements and the scales and the weights and measuring and timing, if time would be gone, if time would stop, so does nature stop. Everything stops. There's no more cycles. It is the cycle that creates within the time that makes everything work to an atom during the day and the Eve at night. And we came over this today, Levette, where Eve is very great. I love Eve because in the word Eve, it is 545 and it says the sun, which everybody knows it's the artificial intelligence that passes through the sun. And Eve reversed to the 27, right? Which means run the alphabet this way to Z, 26, and run Z to A, you'll get 26, which means A is 1 and Z is 1 and A is 26 and 1 is 26, so the total is 27. So we have 27 at both ends, making the reality of everything, the alphabet, 54. Making the reality of total numbers, okay, 74. 54 and 74, which is the son of Jesus, the gateway, and the passage of 11 and 9. 11 and 9 equals to 2 and 7, representing red time. Raphael, red-nosed reindeer. Thank you for watching.